Hey everyone, welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Fantastic.
I was asking them.
I thought you were
viewers.
asking them, that's why I didn't answer.
Yeah, I appreciate
It's
it.
just a little
You're on top of the ball. Barbara, not so much.
I'm on top of the ball. Don't you just say I'm on the ball? I'm stood atop the ball.
Dude, you're balancing.
You are more than on the
top.
ball. You're on top of that fucking ball. This week's RT Podcast with Gus
Gavin.
Barbara.
Brandon, that one. Brandon.
and Gus. Come on, dude. You should know more than most people.
Well, it's weird because now this is moved over here and I can't see the.
And
We were just
I'm
talking
serious.
about if I was awkward.
I've been thinking about this a bit lately. I feel like I frequently feel like my cell phone is vibrating in my pocket, and I pick it up and look at it, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was like a phantom pain or phantom sensation people had before cell phones?
cringing.
Cringing. But it's like, did anyone have that? Where they felt like something was buzzing, or I guess that was like a
guess they
sensation
thought
people weren't familiar with.
Unless they thought it was a bug or something.
Maybe.
If they had the same vibrational feel. Or do we only feel vibration because we're used to it?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Like I was talking to Patrick earlier before the podcast started, and I kept reaching into my pocket and pulling my phone out, and he probably thought I was fucking crazy. I was like, I can swear my phone is vibrating right now.
I am so happy to hear this because I didn't know other people that happened to other people. I thought there was something seriously wrong with my nervous system.
I get it when my phone's on the table and I'll feel it. I'll be like, it definitely wasn't my phone, but I felt that.
See,
It's
that
weird.
never happens to me because my phone's always in my purse. It's never in my pocket.
Well, how do you know your purse doesn't feel it?
Gavin free with the
I don't
conversation
know.
stoppers.
I should ask it. You should become a detective.
So you never carry it in your pocket? I guess so. Do you never? Your phone always makes noise, then, right? You always have
Usually.
the audible alarms and.
Well,
sounds?
if I'm at work or something, it'll be on my desk.
So do you ever turn? I know you turn sounds on your phone.
I
You're right.
usually have it silent and I turn vibration off a lot because it vibrates my desk and I just had the flashing light. But Meg hates the flashing light.
We
So
all
I
hate
don't
the
know.
flashing light.
Everyone does.
I don't know if you remember this. We all hate the flashing light.
It's really useful when your phone isn't on you.
What about you? What do you do? Do you ever have like audible alerts on your phone on?
Not on purpose. Usually it's all always on vibrate. And I had to change my ringtone because you assholes made me feel bad about it.
What was it?
It was just me, wasn't it?
No, it
I
was
made
the
you
guys
feel
too. You
bad
guys
about
hate it. It was the mindless self-indulgence that shut me up. I've had that ringtone for like 4 years.
It was like heavy metal. It sounded like heavy metal. Is it heavy metal?
How'd it go?
I don't know.
Yeah. That's
Well,
what
I
it was
had
like.
to change it. I had to change it now, so I completely forgot about it.
I don't know.
It was like screaming and heavy bass and like guitar and stuff.
Oh,
But really, like all of a sudden and very loud each time it would go, and it would scare the shit out of me.
You remember
every
the
single
video
time it
game
went
show
off.
that I had in college? That was like
Yeah,
the opening
yeah.
theme for it when I started, and then I went to produce it, so it has like an emotional connection, and I severed that because of you guys.
Good, I'm glad.
thanks, dude.
So did your arsehole actually come out?
That was a different. Okay, so we're talking about the shingles and we're talking about hemorrhoids. You're
Yeah.
talking about the hemorrhoids now.
Yeah.
No. When I had hemorrhoids, it was like there was a little balloon inflated in my asshole. So it was like painful to sit. Like it was like a bean. Like imagine if there's a bean stuck in your asshole.
But like, it's like around the anus, isn't
Right,
it?
and it's like anytime you shit, it's like the Play-Doh, the machine with like the star would come out or the half moon or whatever, and it was like you were like squeezing out a weird shaped piece of shit, and anytime you sit, you were sitting on this bean that was kind of stuck in your asshole. It was super uncomfortable. So all the time, like I would want to lay on my stomach because like laying on my back or sitting down was just so uncomfortable. But
So
no,
this-
I don't think my asshole actually came out.
So this bean, was it
Thank
just
God.
like stretched intestinal skin?
I guess.
Or was it like an extra piece of...
I think it's just like inflamed skin that's like
What?
stretched.
Because hemorrhoids could happen a number of ways, right? One is like you push too hard when you shit. One is like you sit on something flat for too long.
That's how I got it.
thought you can sit on cold surfaces and get hemorrhoids.
I sat on a cold, hard concrete floor for about 14 hours straight.
I think it's because it was hard and flat. I don't think it's because it was cold.
You were
But I
wearing
don't know.
pants
Could be right.
though.
All right, well, how about
I
this?
was in my underwear.
You sit on a
Alright.
cold... You sit on just a hard, flat thing, and I'll sit on a block of ice, and we'll see what happens.
But that's also hard and flat.
Oh. Well, what if we carve it into a nice curved
We
seat?
like mold your ass and then like
Carve it
make
into
a
ice.
piece of ice and just carve it so it's a perfect seat.
So you
for
had a-
Are we like bottomless or are we wearing anything?
Yeah, we can wear stuff, I guess.
Okay.
You wear underwear. That's what I wore.
You went anus to concrete, right?
Oh God, no.
No, okay.
Come on, I had a thin piece of cotton
Yeah.
separating my anus from the concrete. I was not disgusting about it.
Weren't you afraid that you're going to try to get up, but instead of going up, you just went forward? And you'd be like scraping your butt against the cement?
It was very polished and smooth, so I mean,
Okay.
it
Your
wasn't
butt or
like
the cement?
it wasn't like
This is Gus.
Rough.
He only sits on the best cement there is.
yeah. It was a stained concrete floor. I just want to say it was a nice apartment.
Best of the best for Gusserola.
Yeah.
I once knew someone who had a goldfish bowl below a dartboard, and it didn't end well. There were two fish. There were two fish, and on a dartboard, there's to differentiate between the colors. Sometimes there's metal
Right.
Yeah.
wire, and the dart just bounced straight up off the dartboard, went straight down through one of the fish, and the other fish died as well from like just the blood and stuff.
Oh, from the shock.
I used to have
So bad.
years ago, like 10 years ago, no, longer than 10 years ago, a long time ago, I used to have this little beta fish.
I also had a beta fish.
I called him Max Power. And
Mine was Johnny Bravo.
I kept Max Power in a little bowl on a shelf. And the shelf was like right above my couch. So imagine if there was like a shelf up behind you and then there was like a bowl with a beta fish up there. One day I'd cleaned his water out and put in new water, put him on the shelf. Sat down, I was watching The Matrix on DVD or some shit, right? It's like the year 2000. And
That's what people did back then.
Right. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, I just bought a DVD player just to watch The
They
Matrix.
watched The Matrix.
And I turned around to look at the fishbowl and it was gone.
The fish bowl.
The fish was gone.
Oh.
I was like, it was just like a bowl of water. I was like, where the fuck did the fish go? So like I start looking around like on the counter and then like in the kitchen, like I couldn't find it anywhere. I was like, what the
Ew.
fuck? Then I sit down and I'm like, wait a minute, am I sitting on it?
Oh, no.
So I stood up and it was between my fucking couch cushions. Like I guess I'd put too much water in it. It had jumped out and it like got in between the couch cushions. So like I was like, oh shit, and I put him back in the water. He just like kind of floated sideways. And I was like, oh no, I fucked up. Like when I put so much water in there. He lived.
Yeah,
No way.
those
You
types of fish
fucking
could
live.
live outside of water for like I think a couple hours.
Yeah.
Fish are
Yeah.
really resilient. I was once, as another like cleaning my aquarium thing. There was this big castle, a piece of scenery that was in the aquarium, really heavy, like way heavier than this. And I like cleaned it and I hosed it all off, put it back in,
No.
and we had these angelfish that are about this big. And I was like, "Where's one angelfish that's not here?" And I saw it like compressed by this castle. It was just like its head was poking out. I was like this. I was like, I've just crushed this fish to death. And I pulled the castle up and it floated and then just went and just carried on living.
Wow.
It lived longer than all of the other ones.
And it was heavier than this.
Yeah, it was just like smushed
beer.
When
against
in
all
water,
the...
things are lighter.
But like everything you describe does not compare to the ocean at all. Like if you're watching these sea documentaries, like every single second, it's like what's about to eat me, what's about to attack me, what can I
Dude,
attack,
I've
what
seen
can I
Finding
eat,
Nemo.
and it's from like every direction.
Patrick
like
was telling me a story earlier. I guess that there were these scientists who were tracking great white sharks, and they put a tracker on a 9-foot long great white shark, and they said that the shark was out swimming around in the ocean, and I think he said that it was swimming at like depths of 50 feet, and they could watch it where it was going, and then all of a sudden they said the tracker just fucking plummeted straight down, and then like got stuck down there, and then like 3 days later the tracker washed up on the shore.
Whoa.
So they think like something from deeper came up, grabbed a 9-foot long great white shark,
And just
ate
dragged it down.
dragged it
Yeah.
down,
Oh my god.
and then like shit out the receiver 3 days later.
Yeah.
So
Oh
the
my
scientists are like,
God.
what the fuck was that thing that just ate that shark?
They should have put a camera on it.
Well, there's nothing bigger than a whale because the whale's the perfect size for water, right, Gavin?
And sharks can't look down, right?
I guess
they're just
I
going
also-
like they're just moving. They can't just stop and like tilt.
Also, we think of them as like an apex predator in the ocean. Like, what eats that? Something bigger and
giant.
some
Maybe
deeper.
the shark just went down. Maybe it went mental and just like swam all the way down, like thrashing about.
I was always upset growing up. I don't know why this upset me. I was always upset that my initials weren't GUS.
That'd
my
have been
first
tough.
initial's G and my last initial's S.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
but
why?
there's no good name that starts with U.
Yeah, but I could at least have something. No one knows what my middle name is for the most part
Ugly
anyway.
Sorolla.
What the fuck?
You want
Everyone's watching you ugly laugh, by the way. I just want to point that out.
to talk about it, Gus? You okay?
It's just like, it would have been cool. My initials would have been Gus.
It's the first U word I could think of.
You didn't even think of a name. You thought of a word.
You looked at his face
Yeah, the
and
first
said
word
ugly.
you thought of was ugly. This is like high school all over again.
Aw.
Did you ever think that when Barbara signed up on the website when she was like 14, she'd ever be on a couch opposite you calling you ugly
Yeah,
live?
like drinking a beer, talking to thousands of people, be like, I look at your face and the first word that comes to mind is ugly. Thanks, Barbara.
You're putting words in my mouth now, Gus.
All right, do a word for me.
Well, give me a letter.
D.
Dickhead.
So fast as well.
She's pretty mean.
Brandon with a P.
Prick.
All right.
Jeez. Man.
Well, I get that.
Anyone want to go for a W with Barbara?
Woman.
Nice.
There you go. See, I wasn't nice.
I thought you were going to say C. Like, bring it on.
When's the new couch getting here?
Like in 3 weeks, I think. Is that 3 weeks? Is that right? 3 weeks.
Dude, we should have it at RTX.
The new couch?
Yeah.
It got like brand new. We'll take it to RTX and like, instantly destroy it.
No, well, are we going to bring the podcast set again?
I do not want to take the podcast set, but I think Brandon wants to have it there.
We didn't do that
Oh
last year,
yeah,
did we?
for the
Yeah, we did.
people love.
Oh, we didn't do the podcast from it though.
No, but we
No.
had people take pictures on it and stuff in
Yeah,
the
we had it all
Yeah,
set up.
people.
RT experience.
People
like-
loved it.
We should just after the convention just give the couch to someone.
I mean, we
Or
could have
just-
a raffle in the booth.
Yeah.
And
Maybe-
like,
maybe
I'd
prove
love
me
to see
wrong.
someone take that on a flight. Be like, I'm checking this couch. I see people show up with fucking skis and guitars all the time and carry them onto the plane. Someone can check a fucking couch on a plane.
You really think that those are similar sizes?
Yeah. Skis are about the same size as that.
You can put skis on a plane though.
You
can
could
put a
you could
couch on a
put
plane?
skis on your feet and go down a mountain.
I've
Just
seen
like
you
a
gonna
couch on your foot and go down a mountain.
That'd be awesome.
I'm not saying you use them for the same thing. I say the same size. That'd be fucking stupid.
No, you're fucking stupid.
Oh,
Damn.
it's getting heated.
Fucking got told. I'm ugly and I'm fucking stupid. I guess I just gotta drink my beer now.
Get faced.
But I've seen people take like coffins on the plane.
Have you?
Yeah, you've never seen that?
No.
No.
You never see Lost?
Yeah. But then you don't see them like. How do you see them take on
I've
a plane?
seen crazy shit loaded onto planes before.
Like
I
they're
saw
just
a
like
dude
walking
one-
through the aisle holding a coffin.
I've seen
It
a
was
sniper
put
rifle.
under the plane. One time, I was connecting on a flight in Dallas. I was with Bernie, and I kept feeling the plane like rock a little bit. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And I looked out the window, and I could see like the luggage thing. I don't know what to call it, the conveyor belt that like loads the luggage on the plane. And it was there, and there was an armored car backed up to it, and there were like armed security guards, and this old dude watching the armed security guards take these giant bundles of gold out of the security cart, put them on the conveyor belt, and like them go up into
What,
the
it
plane.
rocked the entire
It
plane?
rocked the entire plane. Then after he loaded the plane with gold, the dude came up and sat in first class and rode on the plane. And
No
I guess
way.
where they were going, he got out and got his gold out of the plane.
Wow.
I guess you would want to see it all go on the plane.
Right. They're like, oh, what do you got to do to be like, I would like to personally load my gold onto the plane and then go up and get in the plane.
Aren't you technically not allowed to travel with like a certain value of?
Yeah, you fill out a form. It'll be fine.
That dude did it.
I guess. Yeah. That's crazy.
So yeah, you could, if that dude loaded gold on a plane, you can load a fucking couch on a plane. Some dude in Austin got arrested a couple weeks ago because he was shining. You know, there's those like real powerful lasers you can buy online.
That's illegal.
He was shining them at a police helicopter.
What?
That's like an arrest me beacon.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm
It
breaking
was
the
a
law.
police helicopter landing at the Austin airport, and he kept shining the green laser at it. And of course, they're like, the guy's right over there. So like they landed and just went straight over there and arrested him.
That's a huge crime to commit.
Yeah.
I think that's a really big
Why
fine.
would you do that?
Shining
That's
a beacon at a
fucking
police
stupid.
helicopter?
How old was he?
He was like 23.
Oh Jesus.
It's like the same asshole who used to shine a laser pointer at the movie screen just like graduated to like the next level of douchebaggery.
For like
Yeah.
3 years, those laser pointers were everywhere.
Can you hit the moon with a laser pointer?
It's powerful enough, I think you can.
If you hit the, say the moon was,
What is your fascination with the moon?
it's just like really big and close.
What do you mean hit it?
So am
Well-
I apparently.
So if it
You're
was
about the
a
same color.
if it was a new moon, wait,
Spit it out. Work through it.
like that's when the moon's all black, right?
No, I think yes.
Could you shine a light at it, a laser?
You can always shine light at it.
Yeah, but you can't see it if it's, a green laser on the white moon. It's reflecting the sun. You're not going to see it.
Yeah, but you might not hit it. I guess you're moving with you're moving.
The moon's not going like...
No, but I'm saying you're moving with the moon, and then I guess if you're moving, the light's going to be moving as well.
What?
Because it's not going to just instantly get there. Like, it'll take,
I mean,
it won't be that long.
How long does light would take to get to the moon? Light takes 6 minutes or 12 minutes to get from the sun.
300,000
Yes, it would just be a couple seconds.
Oh, okay.
No.
If that.
Well, because the moon is like 240,000 miles away.
Oh, so it would take like a second.
It would take... Yeah, there wouldn't be any noticeable delay. You could just beam the moon. But I'm wondering if you look down a telescope,
if you could see
would it be too dispersed by the time it hits the moon, or could you see a spot
You'd
on
have
the
to
moon?
be very precise. You'd have to have like the laser would have to be almost mounted to the telescope.
Yeah.
And you'd have to be able to like dial in specific coordinates to be able to find it, because then you're aiming a telescope at the moon.
I would like to do it and have a bunch of lasers and spell something out on the moon. And then...
We've lost Barbara.
You'd sound like a Bond villain. Like, that's exactly what they do in Bond movies.
But
the people would...
It would be the most
freak the fuck out.
Effective ad campaign ever. The moon just with green text on it, and everyone can see it, and nobody can do anything about it.
But it would be so small.
We'll just do it big then.
No, but I mean, like, the size you see the moon from Earth, it's like you could put your thumb over it and cover it.
Right. Well, I think
so how much
size-wise it's like Australia.
How much text could you put there?
Maybe it's the logo.
Cockbite.
Okay, so I remember hearing about you made me remember this. This is a story dated from May 15th of this year. A Japanese drink company, this is on The Verge, theverge.com. A Japanese drink company is putting the first billboard on the moon.
Are they projecting it on the moon?
They're sending a 1 kilogram titanium can filled with powdered sports drink and children's dreams. What?
What?
Hold on.
Are you reading a joke right now?
That's what I'm starting to wonder. I guess it must be a bad translated Japanese press release.
Is it being taken up there by fairies?
The specially designed canister, which contains a shipment...
Is it the most popular combo?
...of Pocari sweat powder, will mark a disturbing new frontier for humanity, the first commercial product delivered to another world for marketing purposes. It'll be carried to the lunar surface aboard the first planned private moon landing mission, set to take place October 2015. So, yeah, it's being taken up there by a Falcon 9 rocket.
It's going to be damn annoying to see an ad on the moon. Do you think one day I'll end
You'll
up
probably be able to see it if it's a 1 kilogram can.
But I'm saying, like, imagine this is the moon. Like, this is your vision of the moon. This tiny little circle on the pillow. You can't see that. But you can't read something that's written on that.
Oh, there's a message plate in the can. And then dreams are going to be engraved on the titanium plates using laser technology to replicate
Dreams?
handwritten
Do you think
submissions.
once everyone is doing this, it will end up like the $1 Million homepage, where it's just nothing but just junk all over the moon, just a bunch of
Probably.
crap?
Like, the moon's just going to be a junkyard or like a landfill just filled with shit.
So you can just send whatever you want to the moon? Like, you don't have to ask permission
Well, I mean,
or
nobody
anything? Like,
owns-
it's just
Can we
free...
thank Gavin?
Does anyone own the moon yet? Has anyone got
No,
it?
I don't think so. But, I mean, it's like, could you get, like, in trouble? People with other countries be like, what the fuck did you do?
I think the next major war will be over the moon.
I can see that.
But why do you want it?
Because you don't have it.
Yeah, but
That's why. That's like the
everyone-
history of the Earth.
What you
You
pay
can't
for now,
live there
was
yet.
oil and stuff, and then like water and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Now it's about advertising. It's about amount of people seeing something. That's why
That's-
Facebook's worth a lot.
That's not necessarily true. Again, I'm going to go back.
Everyone can see the moon.
so you think there'll be a war over advertising?
Yeah. It'll be the great
Canada's
advertising
just
war.
like, we just want more exposure, man. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
I love you.
It's weird not having Bernie stop me.
It's a podcast. Motherfucker.
With Jeff, Jack, Joe, Gus, Bernie, sometimes Gavin. Though he's mental, so none of us really want him on the podcast because, I mean, like, who wants to listen to a poem that doesn't know anything that he's talking about? Yeah.